Hey everybody, it's APH. Welcome back to the City of Lost Hope. Now, in the last episode, we started our progression to the west in search of this iron. So in this episode, we're going to go ahead and keep expanding our food, and we're going to go move into the west in order to get based so we can start getting this iron. That'll move us in a good spot where we're not actually buying our tools. We need to get our other forests removed so we can start ripping down this forest, get rid of all the birch trees and make them orange trees. So let's go ahead and get started with that. Area is so lush I can't actually see one of the buildings in there. All right, let's get rid of that forester. We're going to go ahead and plop them down right here on the edge. Now we still have some remnant money from the last episode, as well as we have a lot of food. So I'm going to go ahead and sell the first round, and I'm going to use it to buy these territories. Now what we'll probably need as well is we're probably going to need another forester just to enhance that. So I don't want the iron mine yet. That will come. Until we expand our food, I want to keep that money coming in by selling food. So as I rearrange this village, I'm going to try to keep us right around that same populace of 70 to 80 people. Yeah, let's start rearranging this village right here. So we're early winter, so I don't want to move too much at once. So we're going to go ahead and delete out this house. Should put us at 75 cap, which is fine. And we're going to go ahead and plop it here, and we're going to start kind of how we want our little villages to look. Let's get him deleted. Now, once he's done, I'm going to go ahead and move the next house. And what we're going to do is we're going to have a section of 8 houses. In the middle, we're going to have what's going to start as a tavern and a library and a market on one side. And as we get into the next era, we're going to get a theater on this side and replace the tavern with a school. All right, so I think we're in good place to actually get started. So let's go ahead and speed up time a little bit. We're just about to finish logistics. We don't have bricks yet, so we might use our trade to get bricks. We finished logistics, so let's go ahead and take a look and see what we got. If we go potatoes and we go vodka, it's a lot quicker than if we go potatoes, bakery, wine. So I think we're gonna go ahead and start with potatoes. Go into vodka. I'll actually wait because it's pretty quick here. Then come back up here to quick build, and from there we might take a look at going towards medicine so that we can get some of our farms off of producing herbs. All right, let's go ahead and hit that close button and get vodka queued up. All right, we've unlocked the warehouse. We can't use it yet. Got my wild card. I actually wanted to go through that deck, so that's not good. Take our potato seed. Take our wild card. I want to continue getting all of our sell foods that we can. We'll take our next fruit gather. Oh, I forgot to set this up. Let's get him to cutting non-fruit trees only. Now, this guy is starting to look good, but I need this one to finish that same route. And then once this area is starting to look good, we'll move this guy over. Our town hall, we'll drop the master brewer in there. That will keep us really going with beer. Go ahead and upgrade it because it will give us 10% to mines and quarries, which will be useful in this episode. Our house did finish. All right, we're going to move this one right here. So let's get him moved, and we're going to leave a space. Somewhere in the mist, we're going to go back into the tech tree, get shrubbery. Once we get into the Enlightened Age, we can go into Cyprus. Back to it. So this house should start building. I think we're going to need, these take 10 farmers and 2 houses are 10. Plus we have our coal, so I think we're going to need one more house over here. Now, do we start moving? Oh man, this is a fail. I didn't realize it did this. Let's go ahead and demo the tavern. And we're gonna get our tavern down here. Let's close that for the moment. We'll get the vodka in a minute. And let's get a library in here. Want all the extra science I can get. All right, what's in the tech tree? We got vodka distillery. We're gonna go ahead and get quick build. Then we'll reevaluate our science after that. I think we want Cypress, the shrubbery after, because we're going to want to push our happiness even higher, because our housing happiness right now is 85, and Happiness as our society is a base across the whole entire plane. It's not, oh, this house is happy versus that house. It's societal. Let's grab our cards. Take our wild card. Ooh, we don't want immigrants. We'll take another fruit gather. We'll take the vodka distillery. No, we won't. It takes iron. But we will grab the coal burner. Don't need the iron mine yet. We'll take the wild card. Take another wild card. We are out of tools. So let's get that traded. So maybe we'll go quick build, shrubbery, back to auto trading. That way we don't have to deal with tools until we start producing them ourselves. I'm okay with the homeless icon. I'm not okay with the out of tools, because that almost certainly means death if we keep it up. Let's go ahead and get this house moved. Now we're also going to move these over here because we're going to get them centralized. All right, that area is cleared. So let's go ahead and queue that up. And the library has a smaller range, so it's going to be in the center. Tavern is quite a bit bigger. Let's delete out this section of road so that we can actually start the production there. How's our food doing? All right, we're holding, but I want to continue to move because last season we only produced about 1,000 more than what we actually used. And if we're going to continue to sell, we need that to be pumped up even higher. So, want to market. Now, what the market's going to do is it's going to allow us to actually bring resources in from outside. So as we get tool production, they'll actually bring them in so that our people aren't roaming all around for it. Because we're going to be hubbed around food, so food isn't going to be an issue. It's going to be bringing in things that we actually need. So things like resources, we can focus them in an area and the market will actually go get them for us. This house just built, so let's go ahead. We're 85 populous, so we're good. Let's go ahead and start moving these houses up here. So let's extend our road a little bit. And let's go ahead, since we're early summer, let's go ahead and get 2 of these down. Now, we did finish quick build, so it is cheap to do this, but I don't think I want to spend my money on it yet. I want to buff us up a little bit higher. And we do have the people set to build. That will really keep it moving. So if we hit winter and we start losing people, we'll look at buffing it. But looks like our forester's starting to work. It looks like it's a good time to move this forester, so let's go ahead and get him demoed. Now, before I unpause it, we'll go ahead and set him up because I didn't set the last one up. And we do want non-fruit trees. So do we have any stone? We have a little bit of stone that we can get, so let's go ahead and grab that. Let's go ahead and turn off our overlay. It looks like we've got stone down here. I don't know that our people want to go that far. Do have some patches up here, so let's go ahead and queue up stone. And we're probably going to have to trade for stone later in this episode. We've got a lot of leather. We're okay with tools for the moment. Let's go ahead and sell off our leather while we're not doing any other trade. This area is set up, so let's go ahead and set up our next fruit gathering hub. So we will need a hunter first. So let's go ahead and get that hunting lodge. I think we're going to put it right on the edge here. And then we want 5 fruit gatherers around it. And a granary. And this will really give us that next boost of food so we can go ahead and boost up our population even further. And looking at this build queue, we are going to need a little bit more stone in order to finish that. All right. We're in good shape here. They'll start building it. So let's go ahead and unpause. Our trade did finish, so let's go ahead and get some stone. I don't want to get a whole lot because I want to keep our money up, so maybe 200. Yeah, it's only 2,000, so that's fine. We can go ahead and sell our next batch of food. Gets us set up there. Let's go ahead and buy some of these provinces down here as we move over to the west. This will give us a spot for our next fruit gather. as we move into the next season, let's go ahead and take a look at tech since we finished. All right, let's get bakery and get winery. So it will pop because we have enough technology. So let's go ahead and unpause it and let's get the winery. We don't want the windmill yet, and we're not ready for the bakery. Let's see what's in the cards real quick. We'll take an extra granary just for the future. We don't want anything. Well, we'll take the market and we'll start preemptively placing them. Take our wild card. Don't want immigrants. All right, this hub is coming together. Let's get the next set of houses moved. I know it's the winter, but if we lose a few people, we will get more. More worried about the future than I am about sustaining people's happiness right now. So let's go get those built. And this is slowly getting built. Do we go ahead and just quick build them? Well, they've already done the wood, so quick building them is really cheap. So let's go ahead and do that. Because then this season will start where we're starting out right with all of this going. And then more people will be on gathering food. So let's go ahead and get pest trap and delicate harvesting. We'll grab some more tools. Now, how many do we buy? I say we're going to buy 200. And we can start our movement into this region. So we want to be far enough away that we can put a little bit of storage, some production buildings, then a little bit of space just for whatever we want down the road, and a little bit more of the same thing where we do a production and a storage. So let's check this real quick. Could take another forester. That might be good. Let's go ahead and pause it for a second. Let's plop down our market and fix our roads up here, because they are a mess at the moment. Now, what do we do to fix our roads over here? Let's get rid of this road. And let's put down our road where they actually belong. Yeah, that looks a little bit better. As we get bigger, as we get more luxuries, our houses will hold more and more people. So what will happen is we'll start with a few production facilities, and as we get more people, we'll actually expand our production facilities. Let's get down this next road. Just kind of make it like a middle ground here. That's looking good. Let's go ahead and get our overlay turned back off. So we want to proceed into this area. So we want to be far enough over that we can get the mine going, but not so far away that we're not getting food moved. Let's start with a road. We're going to do the same pattern. We're going to move these roads all the way across. If we start here, I think we're going to be close enough to the hill, the mountain there, that we can get what we're looking for. What we're going to do is production on this side and houses on this side. Don't think we need any more road at the moment. It might be a little bit far on our production right away, so we might have to use the quick build on the houses just to get people moved over there. So let's go ahead and look at the upgrade tree. So upgrade first, we're going to get shrubbery. Let's take a look at what's in the books. Nothing useful. Well, maybe we should start getting the vodka books so we can start producing potatoes. Nope, we got our wild cards. Let's go ahead and pass. Grab our next 2 wild cards. We'll grab our tavern because we're going to get started on that. This area is just about moved. We only need to move these last 2 houses. So let's go ahead and move them. So let's demo this area. We want this to clear out before we build more. So let's go ahead and let that clear out. Do we place another house over here now that we've got all of these? Now I think we're okay. All right, it looks like it's just about cleared out. There's a weird bug with the game that if resources are left from the previous, it will cause the buildings to sometimes not build. We can subsidize that by having quick build. So let's see if they build real quick, because getting into winter and we don't want to lose too many people. Got oranges galore. This is exactly what we wanted. We wanted to use all the extra production to keep our money going. We're okay on tools for the moment, so let's look at the cards, grab another sell food, take our wild card. Let's start building over here so that we can get this mine up and going. And we're probably, as I said, we're probably going to quick build this area. All right, and with that, we have shrubs. So let's go ahead and take a look at the tech tree. See if we can move this a little bit. We've got the winery researched. We don't have enough people for candle maker yet. We can go paper, then into medicine. I think that's the route we're going to take. All right, another wild card. And let's go ahead and quick build a couple of these houses. It will get people moved over here, and the people over here will actually help with this. Now, do we plop down a warehouse as a big storage just as kind of a preemptive? I think so. I know we don't have the bricks, but we should be able to trade for them. We're going to place them in. And let's go ahead and trade for bricks. $12 a piece, so not too terribly expensive. So get 100. That will get those two built. Let's go ahead and sell our next round of food. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and sell our next round of food. Get us the 15,000 that will let these guys build. We want some more foresters as we're moving over. So let's take a look at that and get some foresters. So as our population gets a little bit bigger, we can sustain a little bit more, and we're going to take advantage of that. And we're preemptively going to go ahead and set them up. Now we've got the stone. We do have a lot of leather, so let's go ahead and get leather traded off. Towards the end of this episode, I do want to have tailoring up and going. But we're looking good to get our first quarry down. That way we can get the stone for making our blacksmith and get our iron mine down. And hopefully sometime either towards the end of this episode or next episode, we can grab the blacksmith and produce our own steel tools. All right, paper maker, don't want it yet. We're not near a river. Let's go ahead and open up the tech tree. Now, do we want anything in tech? Yeah, let's go ahead and grab medicine. Do we have room to place a couple of potato farms down? Right here. So we're going to go ahead and want a warehouse here. So let's put 2 warehouses down. Now, some farms. We do, and it's a very good productive area. Oh man, just enough area. So let's get our 2 farms down. They're both comboed too. Now we want potatoes so that in this episode we can get vodka up and going. So we'll let those go ahead and build. We'll go ahead and pick up another 100 bricks. Now, is it better to buy the clay and let the potters produce it, or is it better to just right out buy the bricks? And I think because we're so starved of people at the moment trying to sustain everything, I think I'm going to stay buying just the bricks. Let's go ahead and sell that next round of food. Let's go ahead and pause it for a second while we go through some of these cards. We don't want to get any more just single wild cards. We want to grab what we need. Take the fruit gather. Ooh. We're almost ready for the iron smelter, but I think we're going to go ahead and take that quarry, grab our wild cards. We'll grab, oh, yep, we'll grab the charcoal burner. Now, as we move over, we're going to drop the charcoal makers almost right away. I don't see anything in this round that we want. And let's go ahead and re-roll this. We'll take the wild card. We're going to need coal in order to get this going. So let's plop our 2 coal down. Looks like they're a little too close, so it looks like they're going to be needing to be a little further away. Let's go on this side. Let's build 2 warehouses, kind of as that dividing ground. And then we'll get our coal production. So we will need a little bit more bricks, but that's fine. Let's go ahead and on pause so that we can get our charcoal maker back. Now they'll start producing. We need our tavern over here. We need some roads to actually start framing this. Now the trade is back. Let's go ahead and grab another 100 bricks. Yeah, we've got the money. Let's buy 300 bricks. No, we'll buy 200. And we'll buy the tools to go with it. Alright, that keeps us. We don't want immigrants yet. Is this area ready for... Yeah, it's ready for shrubs. So currently we're at 87% housing happiness. Let's get the shrubbery in. Now, this is something that if the developer ever saw this, we could really use. A lot of games have where you can actually drag and drop things like this, but for some reason I have to actually click each one of these out. So it takes a little bit of time to actually get these going. Alright, 1 set of houses down. Let's go ahead and start this one. What is our housing happiness going to be like after this? Later on in the game, one of our books that we can use is based off of happiness. And I want to get our happiness up to 120, 130. So we're already up to 102 for housing. We can just watch that fly. Alright, we're in good shape there. Do the same thing over here as these start to build and upgrade. We want... Alright, we're going to want a tavern. We're going to want a library and a market over here. So let's go ahead and grab those. So library. And lastly, we're going to want that market. Excellent. So we should have the bricks to finish these warehouses. We definitely have the wood to finish the coal makers. So you can see we're kind of on the edge for coal. Our first of our foresters is almost done, so those are in good shape. I think that was the medical maker, so let's go ahead and grab the medicine card. Let's go back to the text screen. Gold is irrelevant. We're not to a mine. Tailoring would be okay. Let's get beekeeper, and then we're going to go into crop breeding. All right, for the medicine maker, we're going to go ahead and plop it over here. Now, back to our new growth. Our fruit gatherers are good. We've got a decent amount of fruit coming into spring. We want to go ahead and start setting up this area, so let's go through our cards real quick. Don't need anything in this round. We'll take the sell food and the wild card. Another medicine maker, we'll grab it. Don't need anything in this, well, we'll take the fruit gather. Don't want the vodka yet. Let's go ahead and pass. Let's take the wild card. Let's get our medicine maker placed down. We're going to keep it kind of centralized. Man, the edge of that house. How is this one not making people mad, but this one is? That's pretty goofy. Well, we'll get it plopped down anyways. Can we get a quarry down here? Let's check our cards real quick. Nothing good. Let's roll it. we'll take the wild card. Quarry. So we're going to go ahead and plop down our first quarry. This will get us set on stone to where we don't need to buy it anymore. Let's get our road in. See if we can kind of match it with the roads over here. Get a couple inlets. That's good. So our roads are good. We do want a storage a little bit closer. We still have the bricks, so let's go ahead and plop our first warehouse down here. And we're going to, since we have the money, we're going to quick build it, and we're going to set it to only stone. So, is a little bit down the list here. There we go. And we're going to set up our quarry to have a production up to 3,000. Now we can get crop breeding. So this is an extra 20% to crop breeding. That's going to be amazing. We don't want the beekeeper yet. Our food is good, so we do need another sell card. Not in that roll. We might start just rolling those extra rolls just to see, because our food is in good shape. We almost have enough fruit gatherers to do our next run, and as we get more people, it's going to be more of a need. These are starting to clear out, but not as fast as I'd like them to. This area is starting to look real good. So, let's go ahead and get our granary down. Let's check our card. Grab our fruit gather. That played right into what we were wanting. Let's start placing these bad boys down so that they can actually get building. That way we can stay ahead. Now we want a hunter. Let's go ahead and remove this road. Get the next couple fruit gatherers down. I think it's actually in there. Yep, just took a second to populate. So we're still real light on trees over here, but that's okay. How are we doing on tools? All right. Let's see if we can actually make this the last set of tools we buy before we actually get into steel production. Our quarry is ready to build. We can actually quick build it now. We're going to upgrade as much of this as we can, because in the winter we want this to be massively productive. Let's check our cards to see if we get an iron. Let's go ahead and take it, and we're going to plop it right on the edge there. And let's get our road up to it and get a storage for iron. We have the bricks still, so now it's just moving everything around. This area is slowly building. We probably just need a few more people. Well, now we hit a population goal of 100, so let's take sustainability and let's go ahead and plop it in our charcoal burner. Let's check our labors. So we're at 5 labors. Let's go ahead and bump this up to 10. All right, I think this is a good spot to go ahead and end this episode. So I'd like to thank you guys for joining. If you like what you see, go ahead and hit the like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next episode.